What is up, everyone, and thank you for checking out the Don't Say the F Word podcast. We are a pro wrestling and combat sports podcast where we do not use the F word when we talk about professional wrestling. Shouldn't let your friends use it either. I know me and my boy Mark here, we don't use the F word when we talk about pro wrestling. Today's Tuesday. No, sorry, today's Wednesday. I lied. So we have AEW Dynamite tonight. We already had Monday Night Raw this week, and I wanted to touch on just a few things from Raw. Big thing for me from Raw is they actually made Omos look big. We shared the post on our Instagram, and thank you for anyone joining us on Instagram Live. If you're listening to this podcast later on, we did record live. We have Bomb Shelter FM radio playing in the background for your old school hip hop fans. But man, that Omos and Brock face to face, they did something better with that than they've done with Omos at all up to this point. They've not made Omos look big. Oh, I see Joe, my illegal brother-in-law, join us. Joe, you can hop in. You want to hop in? But I think they did a great job making Omos look big. What's up? You working? Fix my audio here. Hold up. All right, can you hear me good? All right, for some reason I can't hear you. Let's try all that. Maybe now I can hear you? No, I can't hear you, dude. Nah, I can't hear you. I don't know why. I can't hear you. Yeah, I can't hear shit. Now say something. All right, we're trying to bring Joe back in. I don't know what's up with the audio. I disconnected this mic. All right, there we go. I can hear you now.
You can hear me now?
Yeah.
Great. Cool.
Can you hear me good?
I hear you perfectly fine.
All right, cool. I disconnected this mic. I don't know. Maybe that mic's listening.
All right.
All right, so I know you working.
I'm at
But
work.
what do you think of Raw? Did you enjoy Raw?
Say what?
Did you enjoy Raw?
Yeah, I watched Raw. It was good.
What do you think of the Omos Lesnar spot?
Damn, his hand pretty big. I can tell you that. His hand is pretty big compared to
He's
Lesnar.
big, man. I keep trying to tell people, like, they don't. This is the first time they've done Omos justice. He's enormous. When me and your sister went and seen that house show in Cleveland, he had that match with Lashley. First of all, it was a good match. It's the best match I've seen them do with Omos at a house show in Cleveland. It was entertaining. Yeah, it was
Okay.
Andre live, having seen Big John Studd live, having seen King Kong Bundy live. Omos gave me that same feeling at 40 years old I had whenever I was 5, and I see those giants. Omos is that kind of giant.
Damn. Okay. Yeah.
You see him walk out with MVP, and they did the perfect camera angle to make MVP look like a child. But when he stood in the ring with Brock Lesnar, Brock looked tiny. Tiny.
He did. That was pretty
What
cool.
do you think? Who goes over at Mania?
I'm giving it to Omar because I just can't see Brock picking him up during the F5. Okay, my opinion, his size. He might throw him, and he might land wrong with his size, and his head might hit the ground really bad for his size.
Yeah.
So
I don't think he's
going
to German. He's not going to hit him with a German suplex.
I can't see that either. I can't see him doing this 2-5 move, the German or the F5 one, unless.
I think he'll F5, and I think Brock should F5 Omos, but I think Omos should kick out. I think it's time for Brock to pass the torch to somebody else to be that final boss level guy. Do I think Omos is the greatest technical wrestler? I don't. But I think it's time for somebody else to be the final boss in WWE. I think it should be the Giant. I think it should be Omos.
It should be. It should be Omos. You're right.
Yeah. Do I think he should be world champion? Not right now. No. Maybe down the road, a couple of years, when you have some serious white meat babyface as your champ, maybe Omos pulls that belt off of him to be a big-time heel. But
yeah, you're right.
Andre never needed to be world champ. Andre never needed a belt.
Nobody needs a belt. What they do? Shit. I just think Omos is going to win. I don't know how, but he's going to win somehow. And he's going to pull it off pretty good. It's going to be like that big shocker, like when you beat The Undertaker. It could be one of them shockers.
Yeah.
Yeah. Hold on 1 second. Yeah, it's going to be one of them things.
I hope they don't make it a triple threat, though. I hope they don't throw Bobby Lashley into it. So that Bray Wyatt may be out for whatever the rumors may be.
I heard he's out for a little bit, but he's still on for Mania. It's still on. That's what I've seen.
They still on for Mania?
Yeah, it's still on for Mania.
Are you buying into the rumor that he walked out for a creative issue, or do you think the physical issue is what it is?
He's done it before because he done it before because of Vinnie Max, but I don't know if Vinnie Max back fully yet, so it's possible. I don't think he like his new character, the new Wyatt. I think he wants to go back to the old one.
I think maybe he had a creative plan for this new version of himself, and I think they started doing the Firefly Funhouse stuff. I think maybe creatively that's not where he thought this would be going. I don't know. I'm more inclined to believe he has something physical going on, and that's the reason why. I think everybody else is going with these rumors and all this idea that he's walked out. I don't think he walked out of anything. I think it's the physical issues, whatever those may be. It could have been food poisoning for all any of us know. It could have been something simple.
What's up? Yeah, we through with the Russians. Everything done, man. We good. The only thing is, you better check the fridge, see if they got any fridge in there. Nah. We good. Everything else is good. All right, carry on.
Don't let me get you in trouble at work.
Hold up. You see this? I am nowhere near to getting in trouble, so I'm good.
All right.
I'm good. Hold up. See, look. Manager right there looking at me.
Oh, your manager trying to be on the podcast too?
No, I ain't gonna do that now. Shit. Wait, you walk by. So I am good. All right, carry on.
What do you think of? What do you think with Bryan Danielson? I just put an article out on the website about him talking about his mental and physical health and how he's doing.
What up,
do you think he comes back to AEW anytime near future? You think he's taking time off?
I think it's one of them things. Kids, you want to see kids more, maybe. his time. Maybe he does need a break. Maybe he just want to take time off because what he been doing, like 25 years now, maybe?
Something like that, yeah. It's 20 plus.
Yeah, so, and maybe they worry about them concussions coming back as well because, you know.
Man, he's been going at an aggressive pace in AEW. I think that it's probably not the right pace for him to go, but I get it. I mean, he's a performer. He wants to do things his way, and he wasn't happy about the time off in WWE, so I get him doing it his way. I hope he takes needed time off to recover. I just don't know that. I don't know that Bryan Danielson becomes an AEW World Champion. I don't think that's in the cards for him in AEW. I don't.
I'd rather be just a mid card. A mid card, had the belt, just say, hey, I'm a champion. But if he does become world champion, I'm cool with that too. But right now, I think he's at the point where he shouldn't be a champion. Not like a long time, but maybe like 90-day champion, you know, just for the heck of it. Just because it's health.
Yeah. I can be throw the TNT title on him. Let him make that title matter a little bit more than it does right now. But I do like it on Hobbs. I'm liking Hobbs as TNT champ. I think he's a good face for that title, and I think he's. I like Will Hobbs. I think he's done a lot to improve. He's gotten himself in crazy shape. Versus, whenever he debuted, he was a little bit husky, and now he's a body guy.
Yeah. Wait, ain't Brian Cage supposed to be leaving too? From what I heard.
I can't confirm or deny any knowledge of contractual status of the Machine Brian Cage. Right. I will say that where there's smoke, there's fire. So if you look at whenever he signed, you look at timelines, maybe his contract's coming up kind of quick. Maybe he likes to do some more stuff than what he's been able to do while he's been in AEW. And he certainly, he was vocal about being underutilized before the Ring of Honor split. There's some people who felt like the people who got put on the Ring of Honor TV and given the Ring of Honor banner that, they got different contracts. I can tell you that I know for sure that's not the facts in this particular case.
Okay.
So, his contract was a AEW contract, and it was his original contract, and nothing was done differently for him to be a Ring of Honor contractual talent. So if nothing's been done, his contract with AEW is what it was, and we're probably near the end of that timeline.
All right.
I'm sure WWE is interested. I don't know why they wouldn't be interested in Brian Cage. He definitely, from being his physical look looks like a WWE wrestler, right? He looks like a superstar. He looks like an action figure.
He does.
Would that mean main roster run for him?
No.
I don't know where he falls in main roster if he goes WWE.
I'll say probably SmackDown guy. SmackDown.
So for me, I think it'd be cool for him to be the guy to go to NXT and dethrone Braun Breaker, and him be the NXT guy for a minute to build up a fan base with the WWE universe before he comes to the main roster. Not that he needs it. Brian Cage doesn't need polishing. He's got the look. He's got the in-ring ability. And AEW's not let Brian Cage be Brian Cage at all. He hasn't been booked like what he can do. What he can do in the ring is unbelievable. Him and Flip Gordon as a tag team is crazy because you look at the physical stance of them both, and Brian Cage is more of a high flyer than Flip Gordon whenever they perform as the flipping machines. So to me, that's kind of crazy.
I got you.
But I would like to see him on SmackDown feuding with Karrion Kross. That'd be cool.
That is cool, yes. Yeah. Karrion Kross. I can see that.
You think we will see anything shocking tonight on AEW Dynamite? They're in Winnipeg. We got the, I don't know, triple threat trios matchup. I think that match is gonna be ridiculous.
The trio. You're right. I think it is gonna be.
That's gonna be
the trio.
I think House of Black is gonna keep those belts.
Of course they is.
They better not put them on JAS. The passion at which I despise the whole JAS thing
you tell me about
that pisses me off so much. But I hate it. It's bad. It's bad TV. It has been bad TV for so long.
I know. It's crazy. That's why, like I said last time, my dad was like, he was into it, but then he like, ugh.
It's just not good, man. And I like Jericho. But this JAS thing, all the sticks don't hit. Daddy Magic and, I don't know, what's the other guy's name? Dipshit Magoo or something?
Magoo, something.
I don't know what his name is.
It's something like that.
I zoned out completely. I don't know what his name is. Yeah, I just don't like him on my TV. I want him gone. It's not good.
Hold on. Let me find out right now. Let me go on Google real fast. JAS. All right. So, it's pretty sad I'm doing this right now. Merazar, Jericho, Daniel Garcia, Jake Hager, Angelo Parker, Matt Mineira, Sammy, and Taya.
Yeah, Matt Menard, man.
And
they're doing that bar mitzvah thing with MJF tonight, so I'd imagine we're gonna set up whoever his next feud is. Who do you see as the next feud for MJF?
He already did Ricky. Starks.
That's done.
I'm gonna go with what's the dude's name? Hold on. The next one I can see is call me crazy. I'm gonna go with Daniel Garcia.
Really? You think Daniel Garcia and MJF will be the next feud?
I'm going with Daniel Garcia.
I'm gonna go with. Have to hike up the hoodie here. I'm going with my man Darby Allin. I think Darby comes back tonight, lets it be known he wants MJF.
Okay.
I think that's the way to go. Do a really good Darby MJF feud. One thing that has to happen differently with this MJF feud, though, he can't make Darby run the gauntlet and face all these different people before he gets his match. That stick in AEW is tired. It's playing out.
I see like this. I don't think he would do it with Darby. Darby is like a small guy. Not in a bad way, but he's a small guy. That'd be pointless having to do the gauntlet.
Dude, the gauntlet thing in AEW, when they were doing it initially with MJF, whenever they did it with MJF and Cody, they did those different things Cody had to do. That was a cool thing to have be part of MJF's shtick.
Yeah.
This last AEW pay-per-view, they ran that same program with two different programs. Jericho made Ricky Starks do it, and MJF had made Bryan Danielson do it. On AEW Dynamite, week by week, they were doing the exact same program with two different storylines. I don't think they realized they were doing that. It was the same story.
You're right. You're right. Yeah, you're right.
Yeah, they were telling the same story. Two different programs running on the same weekly show, leading to the same pay-per-view payoff. They told the same shit. You gotta face all these guys before you can face me. How no one knows?
I know.
What would thought Jericho would have realized, hey, I'm doing the same thing MJF is doing. Maybe I should do something different. But didn't work out that way. They didn't do it. Left that
do it, man. Nope.
And they've never done a gauntlet where the guy doing the gauntlet to face the other guy hasn't made it to the end boss, except, I mean, kind of with Kenny and Hangman, but it wasn't necessarily the same type of story. Very similar, but MJF's never been like, oh, you got to face these 17 guys before you can get to me, and the person's got the guy 13 and failed. And like, oh, we're not having the match, story over. So we always know how this goes. Week by week, we know we're going to hit the same beat, and the guy's going to become victorious and get his match. They got to stop doing it. Like now,
yeah, they do.
Now, like today, they have to just erase that from the playbook in AEW because that shit's tired.
I don't think they can do it just yet. They still trying to build up, but they ain't up there yet. What they going on 5 years now?
We're in year 4.
Four, yeah. I just don't see it yet. I see maybe they're going to do something, but I don't know just yet. It's hard to tell with AEW. Like that cast, the very live match where him and Christian, that was just basically like a coffin match, to tell you the truth. That was dumb. It made no sense unless Christian's done. I'm assuming Christian Cage is done with AEW, which I'm good with. I think his return was better than Edge's. I do like Edge and Balor, Hell in a Cell at Mania. I'm okay with that if we get Demon Finn. But Finn Balor has to beat Edge. Has to. Edge can't win this. It's Hell in a Cell, man. Hell in a Cell is like Edge's second best match.
You gotta lose it. I don't think Finn has to do the Demon thing. I would like it if he did, but he doesn't have to. But Finn has to win. Edge has to lose this. Finn needs it. Edge doesn't need it.
Yes, he does. He needs his one very final match.
Yes, he's got to go out on his back. If this is his last match, he has to do the honors. He's got to lose it. That's why I think Brock loses to Omos also. I think Brock's done after this Mania. I think he's not going to re-sign. I think he's going to sign for one UFC fight. He's going to fight John Jones and get that big payday. John Jones is going to get a big payday, and they're not going to do John Jones and Stipe like they should be.
You think, huh?
That's what I think. I could be wrong. I probably am. But it's what I think. Do you think any big surprises tonight in Winnipeg? Anything? Any debuts? Anything going to happen in AEW?
Female. They saying that, what's the name going to be there for that challenge? What's her name? Scarlett? Oh, Skylar, something like that.
Really?
TNT, the women's TDS or one of them.
Oh, the waste of time title in AEW. One of the other ones that is a waste.
Damn, you got no love for the women.
Look, man, it's not for me. It's just programming that's not booked for me. It's not my thing. No, I don't. I mean no harm, but man, sometimes I mean a little bit of the disrespect. Like they put a title on Jade Cargill, and she's been having botches for the entire time. I get it that she's green, but they invented a title to put on a person to try and make it like she mattered. And I think that wrestling fans have too much of an affinity to believe that all the programming should be on an equal status when it's not. NBA fans don't watch the WNBA. They don't. That's a fact. I don't know why wrestling fans, like, if you say women's pro wrestling isn't booked for me, it's just not booked for me. It's not my thing. So many people get mad when I say it. It's just not my thing. No one gets mad if someone who's been a lifelong Chicago Bulls fan can't name the WNBA team in Chicago.
I
don't even know if there is.
I don't believe it.
Right? But there's one in Cleveland. Do you know what their name is? So why do people get mad whenever I say women's pro wrestling is not booked for me?
Because okay, I would say this. This is
I
my
don't mean it to
opinion.
be disrespectful. I mean, people like it. I'm glad people enjoy it.
My
Women's
opinion.
MMA is not really for me either.
I say it like this. You're like the diehard fan that grew up watching just the men wrestle. You were more comfortable watching men wrestle than women in a nice way. So you're doing the traditional thing. Traditional. Wrestling like for men. So you
I
are the
just,
one that can't get into it. You can't get into the females because
yeah,
you came in when the females were doing like bra strap panties match and all that type of
and
stuff
that
like
stuff was
that.
terrible. It was such bad
Absolutely.
TV. It was bad TV in the 90s. And I feel like a lot of people who say that they're fans of it, a lot of the male wrestling fans today, certainly guys in our age demographic who say that they're fans of women's pro wrestling, aren't. I think they're fans of watching women. And I think that that's more disrespectful than me saying that I'm not a fan of what they present, because it's not booked for me. I think it should be booked for the 8, 9-year-old girl who's looking for a role model and something to aspire to. And I think it should be booked in a way that's a bit more tasteful and classy, and something that you can show your daughter and go, hey, that's a world-class athlete putting on an amazing performance, versus dudes looking at girls half their age for whatever reason. People don't want to say that's why they're doing it, but I'm pretty sure that's why they're doing it. And I just think it deteriorates the product as a whole, and I think it takes away from the sport and the art by the reason why people tune in for it versus the respect for the art and the martial art that is professional wrestling. I don't mean it to be disrespectful. I'm just saying the way they present it isn't for me. I'm glad people enjoy stuff. I'm not mad at people who like it. I don't judge you. Whatever you feel, you feel. Just like I don't judge music. But I don't know. That TBS title is as worthless as the intergalactic championship that they're going to put on Jeff Jarrett. I don't know. What are they calling it? The international title now instead of the All Atlantic?
It's internet. It starts with an I. I know that because
yeah, they're not calling it intercontinental because they can't. So I think it's international, and they're definitely putting that on Jeff Jarrett tonight. Orange Cassidy's losing that, so Jarrett's going to have a title. I think the House of Black's going to win and remain trios champs. There's no reason to take that title off of them. I think Kenny Omega should actually eat the pinfall in Winnipeg. I think you have Kenny lose, maybe, and there's got to be a spot between Kenny and Jericho so they can run that back. They can run that back, do that match again, give Jericho something important, and have him feud with Kenny Omega until the next pay-per-view.
Okay.
At that point, I think you can bring CM Punk back to interfere in that and help Jericho beat Kenny Omega. I would like to see CM Punk come back tonight in Winnipeg and attack Kenny, but I don't think he's ready yet. I don't think they'll do it yet. But if they want to start popping good ratings, man, they need to get Punk back. And you know me, I'm not a guy who thinks pro wrestling needs to do live attendance gates and needs to have that be a big deal. But they sell a hell of a lot more tickets if they started putting CM Punk back on the show. Especially if people want to see Kenny Omega kick CM Punk's ass. That'll be important.
Yeah.
So, any surprises tonight? Do you think there's any surprise on Dynamite?
Well, like I said, it's going to be a female wrestler, but you ain't going to watch it, so let's get past that part.
Hey, man, it's for somebody out there. Somebody out there might be excited for that. Hopefully somebody is. Hopefully there's, people out there, young kids looking to aspire and do something super athletic with their life and chase a passion. That's cool. I'm all for it. I just wish it was presented in a way that I thought was something you should show your daughter as something that she can look up to and see these people as role models. And I know I'm not taking that away from the talent. I'm looking more at the promoters and the people who produce it and put it on TV. I don't think they produce it and do it in a way that I think is respectful to the performer.
Okay. I had to say, I'll say it might be Jay White. It might be Jay White.
Man, if they get Jay White, that'd be cool. I kind of want to see him go to WWE, though.
I really don't know where he's going to be at because
I don't know where he falls in WWE. I'm just afraid in AEW that they wouldn't use him like they don't use a lot of people. And I think the North American audience needs to see more of Jay White to understand what a talent that guy is.
I see it like this. He would have to change his ways in WWE because of New Japan, how he was able to get away with stuff, but now if he goes to WWE, there are some things he got cut out.
Yeah, he will have to change things up a bit. He can't be the same Switchblade, I guess. Maybe he can. I don't know. Some shit he can't do. The press conference will have to be a bit toned down, but maybe not. Maybe they let him do that. It'd be good if they let him do it, but I don't know where he falls. I think Jay White, if he goes to WWE, he would be a night after Mania, and if Cody wins at Mania, he should be Cody's first feud. Let's do that feud right out the gate. Let's not build. Let's just, here we go. Let's give us that. Start him at the Pinnacle. He can lose to Cody, battle around the big card, and come back at a different point. So that way Cody has two nemesises. He can have Seth and he can have Jay White, and they can just be battling for top heel opposite Cody until Seth fully becomes face. Then Cody can make his shift to being a heel.
I'm going to keep it real. I don't think Cody's going to win. You
don't think he's going to win?
I don't think he's going to win.
I put an article on the website, so anyone who's listening to this, go to our Instagram. You can follow our link tree. Go to the website. I wrote it. Did you check out the article I wrote?
I ain't read it, but I got the notification for it.
Yeah. What if Roman wins?
I'm thinking.
What if he wins?
They're going to keep Roman. Roman's going to win. I'm thinking they're going to make Roman hold that belt.
I think they want
over
to break 1,000 days.
1,000 days.
Yeah.
That's it.
And then it can't be Cody who takes it off of him. If Cody loses at Mania, Cody can't beat Roman later. It has to be either Seth or Jey Uso.
I just know
those are your only options if Cody loses.
I read earlier that it's going to be they had a triple threat match planned for Roman, Cody, and I think it was KO for a triple threat somewhere like at the.
They can't let KO take the vote off Roman unless KO eats the pin for Cody to get it, and that's kind of shitty. I don't really agree with that.
I'm just saying he's gonna hold it. He's gonna break the 1,000 days. He's gonna be the new Bruno. If that makes sense.
Yeah, I think he should break the 1,000 days. As much of a Cody fan as I am, and I'm a big Cody mark, I think Cody should lose at Mania. I think Roman should win. I'm mad that I think that.
I'm not. I just feel like they want to break the 1,000-day barrier. That's it. What?
Yeah, I think they want him to break the 1,000 for sure. And he should.
The money in the bank.
He should do it. He should be the longest reigning champ. It should be Roman Reigns.
Hey,
and I'm amazed. I think, 5 years ago, I would have never thought.
Yeah, that's what I think. I'll be surprised he went all the way through SummerSlam as champion. And lost it there.
Maybe. Could go all the way to Survivor Series. They could run it. They could keep running it. It's still compelling TV.
But how are they going to break the belts? Separate the belts?
I don't know. I don't know how they do it. They're almost in a bad spot now. Well, they are in a bad spot now. Now I don't know how you get the belts divided and get a separate belt on each show. I don't even know if you even need it. Maybe we don't need the draft anymore and brand separation. I think we just need to merge it, have one title, have one champion, and then just go from there. Having two champs is kind of stupid.
It didn't work last time, though.
I know, but last time, I don't know. Maybe you don't let part-timers have the belt. But Roman being part-time isn't even bad because the bloodline can still be there and do Roman's bidding, so it's kind of like he's still kind of there.
But I give him credit. He ain't like a bad part-time. He shows up every 2 weeks? Basically every 2 weeks?
I like Roman being part-time because Roman Reigns becomes an attraction. It's special to see Roman. You know, if they said, you know, hey, Roman's guaranteed he's going to show up in, you know, I don't know, Toledo. I'm going to Toledo. You know, that's just the reality. He's an attraction. You're not going to get to see Roman all the time.
But you have to buy them tickets ASAP if you're going to be there.
Yeah. Well, I think SummerSlam's coming to Detroit, right? Ain't SummerSlam going to be in Detroit? Yeah, I might have to go to Detroit.
Don't think about me, okay?
Tell your sister.
Tell my sister's birthday coming up in May, so tickets on sale. So, you know, birthday. That's great birthday.
All right. I'm going to kill this because I got to roll across this office and go to my actual job. So thank you for joining me. I appreciate it. And maybe we'll get together maybe tomorrow if something big happens on Dynamite. Otherwise, probably Saturday, we'll be back.
Okay.
All right. Thank you, everyone who checked us out. We are Don't Say the F Word Pro Wrestling and Combat Sports Podcast. I'm Jeremy. That's my illegal brother-in-law, Joe, and this is our boy, Mark. And we will see you guys next time.
Peace.